What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of A Who All Gonna Be Their podcast, a place where you get to be an exclusive member to our very entertaining group chat. And it's E Square in the building.
What up, everybody?
How you doing, Eli?
Not too bad, Big Halloween. Shout out to
Mhm.
Halloween. Those that dressed up, those that
This
took the
is
kids
Halloween.
out.
This is Halloween.
Uh-oh.
Halloween.
Everybody get us copyrighted straight away. Disney doesn't play. They don't play about their song.
Listen, I know they don't. Did you dress up today?
I did. What?
Okay.
Pretty much. I don't know how many people remember. I'm an old head now. I know I'm an old head.
Are you old head?
Because I dressed up as 2004 movie Dodgeball. I was an average Joe, wore the jersey, brought a dodgeball. A simple little costume.
Okay. Nice.
How about you? What you dress up as?
I ain't dress up. Actually, I did a TikTok where I was a werewolf. I guess I could post that. So that counts.
Oh, Erica Furry? What?
Oh, now I ain't say all that.
That's crazy.
I ain't say that.
Hold on. When was last time you dressed up? I gotta know. For Halloween.
I've never truly done Halloween.
No. You can't say never. You can't say you didn't dress up as a Power Ranger or anything?
No. Okay, so my only time was in college. I think it was my first year in grad school. I put on a Langston University. You don't know what that is, but it's an HBCU shirt because my cousin gave it to me because my cousin went, and I was like, this is my costume. I'm dressing up as if I'm an HBCU student, and I'm definitely not. So yeah. So no, I've actually never participated in Halloween.
Never trick-or-treated?
Never trick-or-treated. No.
Learn something new every day. Wow.
No, never trick-or-treated. And never really had a desire either, because a lot of people always come, they're talking about it at school and stuff like that. I just never had a desire to do it. Never felt like I was missing out. I know some people feel like they miss out. I never felt like I was missing out.
Hey, you missed out on some candy.
And I always got candy. Don't get it twisted.
That's all that matters. You got candy. You got a mix of your whole bag filled. That's all that matters.
I still got the candy.
Whatever.
I still had the candy, but we didn't do the whole shebang. And it's because we would walk in the neighborhood, go around the neighborhood, and everybody else there, but we would never just participate. It was fun to see everybody else do it, but nah. But it's funny. Eric was at Hallelujah night like I was screaming. I really didn't even do that, honestly. I did that a couple times, but not a whole bunch.
What up, Mary?
Hey, Mary. But yeah, so that's no, Halloween. It's all right. I watch my Halloween movies. There we go. That's how I celebrate watching the movies. But y'all know why we here. Is here to talk about Survivor 47. And this episode was good. I thought it was Mary asked what candy do I like. I like Reese's. If I'm gonna get candy, I like Reese's. Reese's are my favorite. Particularly now, the Reese's bar. So I don't know if y'all know this, but they have a bar. Like they've had it for a minute now, for several years now. But they have actual bar, like a Hershey bar. They have that in Reese's form, and I love it. Love it. What movies do I watch? Oh, Twitches is probably a staple. Halloween Town is a staple.
That's a good one.
Let's see. Controversial. Is Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie?
Both of them.
It's both of them. Okay, Mary's a Snicker girl. What about you, Eli?
All I know is I'm not a Snickers guy. I'm not a Snickers guy. Give me a Twix every single day of the week. I will munch on a Twix. Anything that has the nougat in it.
Okay.
As well as Twix.
Okay, so you like, what's those Three
Musketeers? Give me the Three Musketeers.
I used to love them Three Musketeers back in the day. I used to love those. Any staple movies that you watch?
Nah, I'm not really a movies guy. I don't shoot.
Says the guy who dressed up from a 2004 movie.
Hey, that's Dodgeball though. That's different. That's different. Halloween movie, scary movie, not for me unless it's Halloween Town or it was one of the Disney ones. But
okay.
No Halloween movies.
A Thanksgiving movie, girl, Mary.
Oh, Mary's not wrong. Mary's not wrong.
Thanksgiving?
The prep for Christmas.
I'm cracking up. But anyways, y'all, let's get into this show before y'all start getting bored with us. Although that's impossible because we keep y'all entertained no matter what we're talking about. But so we are finally at the merge. Woohoo!
Everyone's in the jury.
Psych. That's what Jeff told him when they got to the challenge. As a penalty for getting voted out, you won't even make the jury. So you do not have a jury, unfortunately, which they could have saw this coming because there's 12 of y'all.
Quick maths. Do some quick maths. That's all it takes.
Yeah, that's all they need. But I mean, because if you think about it, it's like, so now if there's 12 people, 3 are in the finals. I mean, I guess it could have been a jury of 9.
I don't think Survivor likes it. I think Survivor, that's where I think Survivor is special, with the tiebreaker vote being the 3rd place finalist. I'll always think that that's cool.
It is kind of cool. Kind of cool. So it furthers your ability. Like, you have to even have a relationship with the person next to you or have impressed them. Like, it's like, dang, I can't even win the game when I'm sitting up in this final, but I got to cast one of y'all to get this vote. But so we're at the merge, right? Everybody did make the merge. And of course, Saul is starting to do damage control with Andy because he voted for Andy. And Saul is the only known vote that voted for Andy. And so he's kind of like, hey, bro, I knew Rome, or I thought Rome really had an idol. And so I just had to put a name down just in case, because I knew he was putting my name down. And Andy was like, so you knew he had something and you were for sure he would use it. And so you put my name down because you for sure thought I was going to go home. Andy was clocking it. I was like, listen, I need my faves not to be going against each other like this. Like, I need y'all to fix it. And fix it they did, because Saul was like, I got to get this man some information. And that's perfect in this game because you can't hold all your cards to your chest. You hold them too long, you're going to be on that boat. So you got to know, what's that song? Know when to hold them, know when
to fold them.
There you go. And so he gave Andy very pertinent information, meaning he said, when we were at the feast, the people kind of gave you up. They said Andy's the backup option, and it was Gotta.
He said Gotta. Yeah, he said Gotta threw your name out there.
He lied because that was Sue.
Hey, doesn't matter because they were cool with it though.
Right.
They were cool with it. They shut it down. But they didn't.
And they did not shut it down. And so Andy was like, you know what? I have been peeping. Y'all been moving a little different. And to have this information, it just really confirms what I always knew. I got to cut ties with them. I got to get rid of Gotta. I got to switch my entire game up from this point on. We're in the merge. Like, yeah, I worked with them, but now it's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new Andy.
He had a whole existential crisis.
He did.
I swear, on Survivor, like, I know it happens. I rarely see people writing in the sand. Man, Andy had his whole game plan in the sand at 3 a.m. I'm like, man, is this guy good? All because you were the backup plan, which makes sense because once you're a backup plan once, you're going to be the backup plan for a while.
Right.
So the whole existential crisis, and yeah, Andy has a new outlook on the game.
And not only does he have a new outlook, he said, Saul, I need people I can move with and trust in this game. Can I count on you to be one of those people and be in my line? So I was like, absolutely. Dapped it up. Bet. Okay. Like that.
And he put some stipulations on that, though. He said, you need to prove it for 4 or 5 votes. In my head, I'm like, the game's over in 4 or 5 votes. Saul wouldn't even have a chance to betray you. And he said, you know what? Before I trust you, you got to give me the final 3 and vote for me to win. And then I'll trust you. And then you'll be good for voting me for 13th place.
Right. Something. No, but I couldn't do nothing but laugh because that's so Andy coded. Like, of course, Andy's like, you gotta basically guarantee me the finale in order for me to trust you at this point. But then not only does he gain Saul as an ally, he links up with Genevieve. And we know we're seeing Genevieve over here, right? And she's like, I lost my number 1. Andy is looking like the prime person for me to also pick up and become my new. Hey, Angie. No, we just got in here not too long ago. You didn't miss much. We still at the beginning. Not you still watching. I am screaming. But not even gonna lie, I just finished watching it like 10 minutes before on here.
Survivor Halloween, spooky episode.
It was it got a little spooky-ooky at the end. And so they linked up, they started talking, and she's like, you know what? I think we can really do well in this game if we come together and we can align and our visions match. I think we can do some damage and like a sneak attack. Andy said, like a sneak attack. And so I like this link up of Genevieve and Andy. This seems like a really dangerous duo because we already seen what Genevieve can do. And low key, we had already seen Andy, whether intentionally or not, be a mastermind in a little bit, although people like to discredit his mastermind ability. But we've seen it happen. And plus add Saul to that mix. Oh, they could.
It's decent, but also it's like, what numbers do they have?
So
like they have 3, but it still feels like it's a disjointed 3.
They mentioned that. So they talked about specifically Genevieve about how like they can't just be the singles because singles aren't threatening. They need to be dangerous. I'm like, do you really want to be dangerous? Because they put a target on your back. But dangerous to the point where it makes people want to join you rather than be on the other side and go against you. And so they were like, okay, here are our numbers. We need 7, at least for the next vote. And so they started trying to plan out. They said, we're going to talk to everybody. We're going to see who we feel like is a good fit. So they handing out applications. Apparently they get ready to go on a job hunt and they are recruiting.
And shoot, it sounds like they're ready to snitch on each other too. It's like, all right, we're going to hear the names, and if someone's telling you something else, we'll bring it back. And it's like, all right, go ahead. That's how you establish 2 people. Shout out to Genevieve going from pretty much losing her own to getting not as chaotic as Rome. But if we're thinking of tiers, you know what? Andy's probably like 3rd place, 2nd place.
I love her chaotic number 1. That's what she like, because she was like, she even recognized, she was like, listen, he had a rough day that first challenge. I get it. It's okay, but he's recovered. He's still here. And that's something to be noted. He's still here. He's made it to the merge. So after that little segment, they get tree mail. Genevieve brings the tree mail, and tree mail lets them know, hey, this could be, first of all, it's just so dramatic. That was unnecessary. This poem of telling them this is going to be the game is going to die tonight on this day. It's over for you. There's no hope. Then they get to the challenge.
Spooky.
Oh, yeah, it's spooky before we get to the challenge. I'm sorry. After all of that, the women start to come together. We see Teeny, Tiana, Sierra, Rachel. They all kind of talking about letting the women come together because they have more women. And I love Andy too, Angie. Me and Angie on the same page. We love us some Andy. And Mary gonna say he not mothering like Angela. I already know. But so they're talking about it, and they're like, listen, we have the opportunity to kick out as many men as we can and stack this jury with women, this last half of the game with women. And I'm all for it. It was like, we've seen it in the past work, like with the Black Widow Brigade, but since then it really kind of they fizzle out. They don't really work.
You a fan of man eaters? Do you like the idea? I know, shoot, everyone's gonna complain every time they watch Survivor. Do you like the fact that they're like, hey, we're just gonna eat the men? We already got the numbers, and we're gonna slice to make sure 3 women are at the end.
I like watching man eaters. If I'm in the game, of course not, because I'm gonna be one of them, or hopefully not be one of them. But watching it, I love to see it because so many times in these games, the men win, which is cool. But let's shake it up a little bit.
And now, I love the women cast this season.
I gotta be the man to win the season. But if I'm not on the season, I'm rooting for the women.
But the women on this season are so strong. I feel like I enjoy them probably more than the men. I don't know. I'd have to think about it, but it's a great cast of women, and everyone's rootable. And I guess that's a good part of this season where everyone can win. Everyone seems cool.
Yeah.
So I respect it. You know what? And
they can pull it
off. Not
to
spoil nothing, but do women? We hear this every season. Every season, every competitive show. All right, women, it's time to band together. We can't vote out a woman for 7 weeks, and we're good.
And what they do the very next vote?
How long did they last? Oh my gosh, you had a choice between a guy and a girl.
Right. No, okay. Now, Angie,
the girl's gone.
I'm with you on the Sierra aspect because Sierra she's a kind of girl's girl, but we clearly know she's working with Sam more closely. But Sue, she actually did vote out Gabe. So I don't know if it was because she was included in. I don't even think they included her in the whole women's thing. But if it had been her way, which I thought was actually gonna go that way too. Excuse me. Gabe didn't go home. So Sue was actually trying to keep a woman in the game. She was gonna take out a man tonight. So, well, not tonight, last night. But yeah, so I don't know. That was a little.
Wait, I'm tripping. I'm so sorry, y'all. Sue voted for Gabe to go.
Yeah, she did.
Why do I think the vote was 3-1 or 4?
It was.
Was it 4-1?
It was. All the rest of them were Tiana votes.
Who did Tiana vote for then?
Tiana voted for. Oh,
you really got me.
I'm confused. Hold on. It was 5.
Sorry, Angie. Sorry, Angie. We going into these votes.
2-3. 2-3. I'm sorry. 2-3.
It was 2-3.
Gabe, Tiana. Because Caroline voted for Tiana, Kyle voted for Tiana, and Gabe voted for Tiana.
Shoot, y'all know my memory's bad.
I forgot to. I said it was 4-1. It was like, hold on, wait. Tiana didn't. She did vote. Okay, yeah. So it was 3-2. 3-2. So it could have went either direction. But Caroline decided. I'm gonna call that baby Coraline. Caroline decided that she was gonna stick with the men's and take out Tiana, which I'm still not understanding how she came to that conclusion. But anyway, getting back on track before we get to that point, the team twist. When they got to the immunity challenge, Jeff lets them know there's another twist. Gonna be picking rocks randomly. Blue team, yellow team. Mary, what are these emojis? I'm screaming.
It's Halloween. It's Halloween. You're even bringing up Coraline, so it is.
Is that a Halloween movie, Coraline?
It's adjacent.
I've heard it's really creepy. Like a lot of people always say they don't watch that movie no more. It's creepy.
Sounds like you need to watch it tonight.
No, probably not. I will be watching the originals though. So that's Vampire, Werewolves, and Witches. So the teams they broken up to blue and yellow, and unfortunately for Rachel, she is 1 against the 5 Tuku on her blue team, and Lavo, the 3 Lavo and the 3 Gata are on the other team. And the way this twist works is whichever group lasts the longest, has the last remaining member, they are all safe. And they get to go on a reward where they're going to get some baby back ribs with the barbecue sauce. And I love Chili's when they used to do that. They get to have all the festivities, all the stuff, all the good stuff. The team that loses, the last remaining player, is safe in them alone. And they are going to tribal council. The other team will watch but won't participate. It will solely be the team that loses that goes to tribal and votes to see who would not be making the jury, because that's their penalty. Mary said Caroline, whatever her name is a Halloween movie. You can watch that. It's not that scary. Okay. So it's more creepy than scary then. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the twist. And y'all know how
I don't know. I feel like a twist like this, weren't we supposed to do this last week? Splitting the teams. What do you mean we're doing the emergatory a new way? Shoot, it's still emergatory.
Literally.
You didn't make the merge, and then all of a sudden, we're in teams again, and then all half the group is saved. And it's like, oh man.
They were better off just doing a double elimination last week. In my opinion.
But yeah, shoot, I know before this challenge, thinking about what would be the most interesting situation. Man, I did not want the blue tribe plus Rachel to lose just because of the dynamics we've seen this whole episode. Genevieve, Andy, Sol on one team with Sam and Sierra staring them down. And I think Teeny being the final person. I'm like, oh, that's such an interesting 6.
No.
No, as in you didn't want that to happen.
No, because all my draft picks was on the safe team, so of course I don't want them in danger.
Man, that you can't tell me that would have been like somewhat cinematic.
Because
though. That would have been cinematic. Because what was this episode about? What was the first 10 minutes about? And I like the fact that they laid the groundwork on what's gonna happen with Andy and Genevieve.
Yeah.
But man, I'm like, man, all that was pointless. We're just focused. We're just back on the Blue Tribe.
Yeah, because I just don't know what would happen. And then who finds the advantage? You know, and do they use it? Who do they send it to? How does that change the vote? Does that put Andy in danger? Does that put Saul in danger? You know what I'm saying? Does that put Genevieve? She's not even on my team, but I like Genevieve. I don't want Genevieve to go home.
Mm-hmm.
The only person I didn't care about Teeny and Sam going home because they're not on my draft. Those are the only two. But yeah. I'm glad it worked out in my favor. Thank the survivor.
We'll get to the twist, but I think the moment the twist is found, the choice was obvious for whoever got it. If it was found. It was an obvious choice in my opinion. But yeah, to the challenge, they pretty much just had to balance a big old pole on top of their head. At the very end of it was a little plate that they had to keep a ball in. And man, this looked tough, in my opinion. This looked tough. I don't know how people were holding on for so long.
I didn't even catch the count. What was were they mentioned in time?
I don't think they had a timer. So you know what? It's probably like 5 minutes. It's probably 5 minutes.
Right, because Jeff was like, just like that, it's down to I'm like, oh, it must not been that long, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But Kyle ended up being the sole person left for blue team. So he wins immunity for the second week in a row. So he
just by being third place, because shout out to I think it was Teeny and Genevieve. They held it down. They didn't even have to compete for first place. I would have liked to see that that play out, because that's the most interesting scenario to see who's gonna last the longest.
But because there wasn't they were all be immune. There was really no first place, because it's like, did you really win?
Hey, Jeff could have lied to them. Jeff could have said, all right, Kyle's the last one remaining. And then just shut up for a little bit to see if they kept going.
Yeah, could have. Who knows?
Would have been pointless. Would have been pointless TV. But I like seeing them compete.
Facts. I'm with you on that one. So then they get to the advantage with this yellow team, right? So that's Gata and Lavo, for those who may not know who's left on those tribes. That's Genevieve, Sol, Teeny, Sierra, Sam, and Andy. Those who made it to the baby back ribs and the beer and the corn on the cob. And as they're eating, they munching, they like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad we're safe, y'all. We made it to the merge. Oh, it's so comforting. Oh my God. Oh, poor Rachel. I just can't help but think about poor Rachel.
It's over for.
It's over. And she feels so alone. This is a sadness she's never known. She's about to watch her dreams float away, is what she's about to do, because they are thinking there's no way she is going to survive. She just can't. 2Q5, they're super strong, they're super tight. It makes the most sense to keep their numbers. Listen, Angie said Soul was effing that corn up. Was.
Mm-hmm. They were all grubbing. I'm like, man, I was nervous about I forget what survivor it was, but the old dude that got to eat meat for the first time and had to get medevac because he ate too much meat.
See, I ain't got time for that. You got to be gentle on yourself. But they said they didn't care. They was going to make themselves sick today, because they were like, we don't,
Hey, they don't got to go to tribal, so you know what? I respect it.
And shout out to, who is it? Sam, Teeny, Sierra.
Are you talking about the group playing baseball?
And Genevieve. Well, not them playing, but I'm saying because they made it to the feast. They 2 for 2 for the feast.
Oh, yeah. I know. I thought Teeny was gonna get a little wonky again. I thought she was gonna be sipping a little bit more beer, but
nah,
she had more, the food was more filling, so the alcohol wasn't hitting like that.
But yeah, shout out to them. They 2 for 2 on the awards. That would be my dream. If I'm on Survivor, I'm praying to the Survivor God. I want to make it to every reward. Has that been done? Has one player made it to every
I'm
reward?
Sure it has.
Well, I don't know. So
when they used to do like reward challenges, I bet you someone's always been on the winning tribe, but I just can't believe Eric said, if I go on Survivor, I don't want to survive. Just give me good food. I'm gonna just live outside and have nothing but ribs, prime rib, lamb chops, everything that we mentioned in with the Silent Podcast.
There you go. But yeah, I'm like, I want to make it to all the rewards because I'm gonna need as much sustenance as possible. My little skinny self, I'm gonna need all the nutrients and calories I can get. So when I'm on Survivor, I'm calling it now. I will make it on all the reward challenges and I will eat good. So I won't starve as much as everybody else. There we go.
Love it.
So back at home, back on the other tribe that weren't so sure, about who was going home, it seemed clear. Well, they seemed clear about Rachel. I'm so sorry, girl. You're going home. But she was like, I ain't going down without a fight now, y'all. I have got to give it everything I got, which you should. In no way, shape, or form, until Jeff snuffed that torch, you keep playing. Because you never know. A miracle can happen, right?
Because what made it even tougher for Rachel is the fact that it sounds like ever since that they merged, the Blue Tribe was like, hey, we're strong, we're tight, nothing's gonna break us.
Locked.
Like, they're locked in together. And so, of course, Rachel being like, man, I have no hope because they all love each other. And I'm with all 5 of them, and I don't have any advantage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to have conversations, but I also got this shot in the dark in my pocket.
That little shot in the dark, they need to just hang that up because that little thing can't help you do nothing.
Hey, 1 in 6. This is what the shot in the dark was made for. This is what it was made for. You can't tell me it's not what it's made for.
It's what it's made for, but how many times have we seen it work? Twice.
Hey.
And in one of those times, it didn't even make a difference. It wasn't needed because she wasn't even going home.
Hey, 1 in 6. That's what 1 in 6 is. Because all these players are like, nah, I'm not gonna play it. Just like they don't play I don't know what plays a shot in the dark.
But here's
you're
the
in
thing.
A situation where you know you're going.
You lose your vote. So it's like you need your vote to try to make another move. But so I'm gonna risk my vote.
Hey, I'm safe. That's all that matters.
I
got a chance. I got a chance to be safe.
1/6 chance, and you lose your vote, and then you get the not safe scroll when you could have voted with one of these other people who are defecting and gave yourself a fighting chance to stay in this game. Because that's what happened.
Safe. I was almost safe, and I almost created a viral moment.
But now you're gone. Now you're not safe. Now you just gone home.
No, because I'm still on the tribe because they no one voted for me. I just hit my shot in the dark for the vibes.
Oh my God, I cannot.
I don't know. I think it's good strategy, but of course, Rachel ended up being in a better position where, you know what? We don't know she would have used her shot in the dark because you had Tiana come up to her like, you know what? I was talking with Kyle and we kind of want Gabe out. Would you be down to join us in that?
Happy holidays.
Hey, Tracy was out there tricking and treating.
I was in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Tricking and treating and tricks. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that means.
Tricking and treating. You was doing tricks and you was treating folks.
No. The tricking don't start until after 10. Okay? Not right now. Not right now.
Why Tree show up and we already talking in innuendos? What's going on?
She just bring them with her, y'all.
Eric started it. Eric
did start it. We all know.
You
Eric
see?
did start that.
You see? Mary know what time it is. I know that's right.
Oh, not demon time. Is that what that stands for? The little demon emoji. Lord have mercy. I'm scared of y'all. Where my cross?
Oh, but this reward, this is the one I need to be on. The ribs. Delicious.
The baby back.
Delicious. Chili's baby back. That's what I want. Okay. Now this is a challenge for me. Okay. But continue. Go ahead. Where we at?
Now she came in here to talk about the ribs, y'all.
I had to.
I knew I saw the ribs. I said, oh, Trees can't wait to talk about them ribs. But they messed the ribs and that corn up. They didn't have nothing left.
Baby. Who was it? Kyle? Was it Kyle? No, not Kyle. Dang, what?
So
I forgot who it was, but he would turn that. Baby, I was like, baby, ain't no more corn on there. Stop.
Look.
You need to
Angie
you
said
need to pick
that.
up another piece. You need to, yeah. Baby, you need to pick up another kernel because it ain't no more left on. He would turn that thing up. I was like, ain't no more corn, brother.
I am weak.
Get your vegetables in. I love that.
Okay, question. People are saying that corn is not a vegetable. Is it a vegetable? It's a starch. It's a starch vegetable.
I have no clue. Is it adjacent to Goshen grain? Is that what it is?
I don't know, but they say it don't digest well, so that's kind of
it does not digest well.
Interesting. Teresa will be back with the answer from Alexa, but in the meantime,
it says that it is a grain, actually.
Okay, so it's a grain,
but your body does not digest corn. It does not.
Well, okay,
it just goes straight through you.
When Rachel is kind of trying to have her meetings to try to see if she has a chance, Tiana comes, like Eli said earlier, she came with a proposition like, girl, listen, actually, it really ain't smart for us to go back as a 5, because then if we go back 5 strong, we're going to get picked off one by one by one by one. So it's better for us to crack now so people can kind of leave us alone. So I'm thinking, let's get out Gabe. How you feel about that?
Mean, I get the logic, but I'm like, no. If somebody gonna pick us up, let them do it. We gonna pick each other up? No, we already got ops. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to add to it. I would have been like, if they're like, sorry, Rachel fam, you gonna have to go. I couldn't do it. And I wouldn't want to do it.
I was convinced at first. Like, I was like, yeah, that's actually smart. Let's break now so they can, like, okay, they're workable. We can actually maybe work with some people on there. But now that you really mention it, my mind immediately goes back to the Reba 4. Or was it 5 of them? I can't even remember how many of them it was. But whoever, it was at least 4 of them. They stuck true to each other to the end, to the wheels fell off, except for when they had to cut Drew behind, which was fine by me. But I thought it was so cool to see them blind and missed everybody so well. Like, we are sitting up here looking at the Reba 4 week after week after week after week, and nobody is touching them. They had to cannibalize. They had to decide within themselves to take out somebody. Nobody around them decided that they needed to go. So I thought that, hey, that's when you just made me think about it. Y'all could have very well stood together and found a way, because where there's a will, there is a way. And if you know how to play, you could have made it happen. So guess we'll never know, though, because they lost somebody. So they transport us back to the advantage people. They all knocked out, bellies full, getting a nap in, they sunbathing, sun gazing, and Andy like, okay, I know there's an advantage somewhere because we played that amulet. They gotta have brought something back. So Andy is rifling around, moving up stuff, and here goes Sierra. You find anything, Andy? Girl, close your mouth.
Oh, that was a good one though. That was funny.
What is you snitching for?
Hey, we building that pal on Andy. We're letting everyone know, yeah, this guy's doing too much.
And then she like, Andy's just doing too much. Girl, him is looking for the stuff ain't got nothing to do with you. Go close your eyes.
It does.
Listen, mind your business.
If Andy got an idol, that ain't good for her.
Mind your business.
There you go.
Mind your business. All of my idols belong to me. Okay. But Sierra dry snitching really wasn't no dry snitching. She was high snitching because she let everybody know that he was looking for something. Because everybody woke up like, what you doing?
Dang, like, Andy.
Andy, she like, boy, if you don't get yourself together, I can't be playing with you if you're going to be messy. I need you to clean it up a little bit and get yourself together. And be a little more sneaky. Because if you're going to look for an advantage, you better make sure you find one. If people think you got it. But lo and behold, Saul, see, here's where experience come into play, right? Saul's a little bit more mature than Andy. He done lived some life, he knows how to be more inconspicuous. And so, yes, they did. Yes, they did. Mary, I'm totally with you. Tomatoes being a fruit is so stupid. That's a vegetable.
It's a fruit.
Hey, trooper.
It's a vegetable. And And so Saul, he finds the advantage, but he made sure everybody's eyes were closed. He went through, he had a microscope. He like, okay, your eye, okay, underneath that hat, bet you good. I would have maybe hit my hand just because if you flinch, I know you looking. Because if you can't flinch if your eyes is closed.
So he was so safe because he even did it behind his back. He's like, just in case anyone is, I'm just regularly sitting here and I'm just reaching back and grabbing it.
Yeah.
And it was, even if they were awake, it was decent enough where, shoot, I probably wouldn't have noticed.
Yeah, for sure.
It was smooth.
It was smooth. He was smooth operator. And I
really thought what's his name was gonna get it. Andy. They kept zooming in when he was sitting right there. I was like, oh, Andy about to get him idol. He did.
Right.
I was like, damn, Andy.
Nah, he didn't find nothing. Angie pissed. Not Caroline. I'm screaming. So Saul finds it, and later on we see him run off into the woods while everybody playing what they was playing, Eli?
Hold up, what word were you about to say? Bat ball? The baseball just ended,
right?
No, they're playing baseball. The World Series just ended. They were playing baseball.
Did the Yankees lose?
Yankees lost.
Dang.
Go Dodgers.
The Rangers in there?
No, the Dodgers.
This is the World Series?
World Series.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So Andy has a shot. I'm cracking up. Oh, because it was New York versus Los Angeles, huh? Oh, that's kind of cool. Dang, they swept them too, didn't they?
And in 5, 4-1.
Oh, okay. Basically a sweep. But yeah, so while they all playing baseball,
Baseball.
Saul, he out there in the woods. Base and the ball, okay? I play baseball, okay? I played a little bit. Shoot, well, no good, but hey. My little not intramural, my little old people, not league. Old people league, but like outside grown folks. Little league, yeah, just a little league.
Yeah.
Recreational, that's the word I'm looking for. So Saul finds it, he opens it up, and there is power that he has. Not an idol, which did he need? I would have liked to see an idol, but this made it kind of interesting.
The way I would have been cussing, because I did not find a mother effing lifeline in the game, and I can't use it for myself.
Right.
I think he was just happy he found it. Been like, I'm about to put this back in the like, of course you can use it, maybe gain some, hopefully we see next week, like, hey, I used this on you, but
right.
Because I think this put him in a doubly bad position where, one, he decided not to tell everyone, which I'm like, oh, great job, Saul, for not telling everyone. But then he's in a position now where he can't tell the person that he used an advantage on him, or else it's going to be like, oh, Saul found this advantage and didn't tell anyone. So it hurts him that he didn't tell people. And it also hurts him the fact that he has to save someone else. And for a viewing perspective, that decision is obvious. And shoot, from their perspective,
no advantage.
From their perspective, it's obvious. If they would have got together as a group, everyone would have said play it on Rachel.
Yeah.
If anyone else got it that wasn't named Saul, it would have been used on Rachel. So it's
right. I know why he didn't tell him, because he thought it was an idol.
Yeah, it makes sense that he didn't tell him, but I think it hurts him that he didn't tell him.
Well, it only hurts him if
you can't retroactively
say something now.
If he goes, it only hurts him if he tells Rachel to gain favor and then she go run him out, which would be stupid on her part.
She gonna tell Sue.
That's gonna happen.
I'm telling you, I definitely think he gonna tell Rachel. Rachel gonna tell Sue. Sue gonna be pissed, and he might possibly be in hot water next week.
Well, Rachel, why would she tell Sue?
They close.
That's
Caroline. That's Caroline. She close with. Oh, well, same
probably
thing.
Not no more. If I'm Rachel, I wouldn't tell nobody that this person just saved me.
If I'm Rachel, I wouldn't have said nothing.
Hey,
unless there is a situation and my name coming up, I'll be like, y'all know who had that idol, right? Did he tell y'all about it?
Yeah.
The only time I'm running my mouth,
I'm on the top of block, I'm like, well,
ass.
Did Saul tell
gonna stay
y'all
lying?
that he's the one?
Stop keeping secrets, y'all.
I was just about to say, that's how you
What
eat a man right there. That's how you become a man eater. They tell you something, they do something out to help you out, and then you said, we're setting you up to go. Saul's too dangerous.
Yes.
Who is Rachel closest with right now?
Until I need it in my back pocket. I will keep his secret.
Who she would tell?
Who, Rachel?
I think she had a good interaction at the little pre-merge get-together thing with the girls. I think she'd tell the girls.
We'll see though.
Shall see.
And so yeah, he did that, and I'm with you too, Mary. It's not really advantage because, and like Tracy said too, they should at least gave him the option to keep it for himself. Now that safety without power, you ain't got to tell me twice. Bye, Jeff. I'm going back home. If ever I feel like I'm in danger.
You know what it is? If so, he had to like secretly put it in their possession, right? If they chose to use it, then I think that should release some kind of advantage. Like you get still a vote or something. Like maybe not idle, but I feel like he found an advantage. He should have at least some kind of power. Like even if it's something, a vote. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I thought that was crazy. But
I feel like that's somewhat of I feel like I remember hearing in past seasons, they hide and have a lot more advantages in the game that are even or not even found, not even put into the edit. So I think, they must have advantages everywhere.
I think too, I don't know if I like that she had to tell that somebody sent it to me. You don't have to tell my business. You have to tell her that I sent it.
I would have said, Jeff.
I feel like she had to say, because like that's what it was written on the scroll.
I would have handed it to Jeff, and I would have said, "Y'all have a good night," and I would have took my bags and left, and everybody would have been like, "What are you going?"
I think you have to read it out.
It's true. What were they gonna do? Take it away from me?
My business.
No, they won't.
Shoot. Jeff be like, "Hey, come back. Y'all need me for something?" Oh, okay.
I thought somebody that has to be a tribal saying something. Right. I thought somebody got to lead the tribal saying something.
Right. I'm like, you got to read it. Do I have to?
Sure. But I just feel like it should have been something like where they put it there and like so she could find it, like so it makes her feel like she found something. Like I don't know.
It better show us how she found it too.
It should have been
I think she just said, "Oh, I found this in my bag."
Yeah, she said she found
it just in her bag. So
production had time to do that, to give it to her. I would have much rather them put it in the thing and just kind of guide her. I don't know how they could have did it where it didn't feel like production interference, but I just feel like her knowing that it was sent to her by somebody, and then the rest of everybody knows somebody over. It's only 6 people. It's only 6 other people. 6 people it could be. And if I know I didn't send it, and my closest ally would have definitely told me. So that's 2 people out of the 6 already. And so I just feel like, yeah, it's a setup. It's a setup. And how would she know it was in the back? Right. Come on. Because they had to tell her. So they should have just put their little thing in the sticks in the bush and told her to go look in the bush. Is what they should have did. Or they could have just made everybody that was there dig in the pot, look for something, and let her be the only one to come up with something. I don't know. And I don't know what they could have did, but they could have did something different in my mind. But they did it. So she pulls out the paper. Soul had the option to send to her either, they get to choose whether they block a vote or have safety without power. She chose safety. Of course, safety anytime.
Hold on, I have to give her 1s and 2s. So before this even happened, I remember I noted to say this when they were talking about who to put the vote on. Rachel was basically like, "Listen, I don't care who y'all put it on.
Just don't let it be me.
As long as it ain't me, I don't care. Matter of fact, Jeff, you can go home. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's not me, I'm good." All right. Baby, she had her bag. Like, I'm gonna be real. I need to go back. Did she even put her bag? I don't know what y'all doing.
Rachel, you a little comfortable, huh? Yeah. Is comfortable, happy, even. And it's funny because she had to play like that all tribal long until before he said it's a vote, because she asked the question, "It could be me, it could be me." I'm not even gonna waste your time. It ain't gonna be me. And I'm gonna tell you right now why it ain't gonna be me.
It'd be so fun to play dumb though. It's so fun to play possum the whole time. Like, oh man, it's gonna be me. It's gonna be me. Psych, y'all thought for 30 minutes that
I would have been talking all types of cocky. I really would have.
No, I would have called. See, this would have been time to act the fool just a little bit. Because I was like, so
yeah, I would have been in my room bag.
Are we? So who we voting? That's why we got up, started this a whisper. So what we doing? Are we really voting me out? Like, are y'all voting? All right,
yeah, let me see who faces like.
Throw out their names. It's like, hold up, Tiana, you told me we're voting Gabe, but Gabe, you said we should vote Caroline, right? Are we still locked in on Caroline? Because I'm leaving regardless. Y'all have fun.
Listen.
Exactly. That would have caused some trouble right there. And so when she gets up and she leaves, everybody's just stunned, shocked. They don't know what's going on. Caroline got her little bags and she got up out of there. She didn't stop to collect $200 or go. She just went home, grabbed her torch and left. And Jeff was like, well, Tuku going home today. So what y'all gonna do? Because Rachel's off the map. She's off the list. She's no longer an option. And now they scared because the easy vote is no longer there. Whether they were going to do the easy vote or not, I'm not really sure.
Shoot, the way they were panicking, they were gonna do the easy vote because man,
I think so too.
Yeah, you see a little chatters on the side. Tiana's just sitting there like, well, I'm not in the chatter, and then it's just a whole lot of discussions. Y'all could have had this planned out, right? The way they were talking during the episode, I'm like, oh man, thank goodness Kyle, Tiana, and Caroline already have somewhat of a plan going,
right? Because they even said it. One of them mentioned, it was like, yeah, Jeff, well, there was a time that we could have all went to tribal as 2Q5 any old way. So we already had some kind of a semblance of a plan going in, or, whoever we were trusting for it to be, right, before we merged. So we might as well just revert back to that plan. And so I guess that plan, I don't think it initially was supposed to be Tiana, but somehow or way or another, I'm confused at Kyle's vote because he pulled Caroline aside and was like, Gabe is not to be trusted. Tiana's a woman of her word, X, Y, and Z. So I'm like, oh, he's trying to convince her to keep Tiana, take out Gabe, because that takes a number away from Sue. But that's not what happened.
Eric, I will say, I'm sorry if I said this a little bit ago. I did check, and the votes read out it read out Gabe, Tiana.
Okay.
So Sue did not vote for Gabe to go.
She didn't?
Right?
She had to, because where her vote go?
It must still be in the urn.
I looked at the end.
Hold on.
I'm gonna go back to this end because I don't know. Now, Angie, you just finished it. Did you see where the vote went? Because I thought I saw her flip over that thing. I'm gonna.
But if that's the case, and I'm sorry, y'all, if I'm tripping, but it would make Kyle's vote make sense. Oh, we're still a strong four. We all knew we wanted Tiana gone.
Right.
But it's interesting how the plan came into place. Of course, you had what feels like our first merge scramble a little bit, or our first season scramble where people are somewhat like, hold up, I need to get up and get some whisper discussions.
Okay, so I'm about to look at the vote. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, it's coming along. I gotta turn it down because I ain't trying to get copyrighted.
I guess while Eric looks at it and revisiting Tiana going home, I think it's interesting. You can look back, and not that Tiana, you can make a mistake and lose in one game or with one play. Okay. But I think TK going home, I don't know if her flipping on TK, if that led to her being in this position.
No telling you, you're right. I looked. Everybody voted for Tiana, yeah. So I was right in the sense that everybody voted for the first time I mentioned. I was like, it was 4-1.
Yeah, Sue voted for Tiana.
But my mind had told me that I don't know why I thought I saw Sue last, but it was gay. So that was Tiana that voted. That's what it was. Okay. Interesting how they all came to that conclusion.
Hey, them whispers are strong.
Go fast.
Don't get us copyrighted. Don't give it.
Screaming. But yeah, okay. Yeah, Tiana. The fact that it was Tiana, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Shoot, I mean, that just must have been the plan, and just layers and layers of editing that we didn't see, conversations that we didn't see.
Yeah.
And it did feel like she was the odd person out, because we've seen the relationships that's been built between Gabe, Caroline, and Sue.
But that's been
a strong 3.
Angie, I know you said Sue can't be trusted with the girls, but here's the thing. We got to remember, Caroline and Sue are like mother and daughter, right? Caroline knows about Sue's idol. Tiana also knew about that red paint and idol. So we don't know if she already told nobody. So they probably like, let's just get her up out of here just in case she ain't told nobody yet. So she can't expose that Sue got an idol. So now that kind of makes sense. Now I think about it. Like, yeah, let's get her up out of here.
I would have voted her out too if I was Sue.
Yeah, because she started running that mouth and messed me up. Yeah.
Yep.
Mary said that she tired of the whispers instead. I like it, Mary. I like this.
I agree with Mary. I really? Don't like the whispers. I'd rather it be loud or talked about before. If y'all don't have a plan, walk in there, write a random name. I don't care.
Listen, the way I would have been like, what y'all over there whispering for? We already heard. We gonna see who y'all vote out in a minute. Yeah. Let's talk. Who we vote?
You gotta have a plan on a plan on a plan. And if you don't, just make eye contact. Hope you make good enough eye contact, and you got to vote based on vibes.
Please,
every vote's gonna be like in a situation like this. I think the fun part about this is you go into tribal with one plan. That plan blows up. What do you have set up?
Yeah,
and I don't like I guess I personally don't like the fact that they can get together and make a whole new plan. No, you guys had several hours on the beach to talk, and y'all didn't talk and make that plan. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, don't use tribal for that time. Go in there and vote. And whoever has the worst relationship with y'all is going to go.
I can see that a little bit, because we've seen how the vote changes sometimes. And, somebody gets screwed over when they get up and start talking and whispers start happening. But I mean, it's a part of the game. It's part of the game now. Live tribals. Shout out to season 41 for making live tribals a thing. Because they were like, listen, let's get to whispering, let's get to talking, because what we're not gonna do is get sent home. So shout out to 41 for being a game changer, because now everybody do it. It's almost at least one live scramble each season now. So I'm okay with it, unless one of my faves go home. Then I'm gonna be on y'all train like, in the live tribals, Jeff, they shouldn't be allowed. My person was robbed. Don't let it happen. Don't let it be me that gets sent home in the live thing. Then I'm really be pissed. But yeah, so Tiana was sent home, y'all, unanimously with her one vote against Gabe. So
sorry, girl.
Put that draft back up again. The cutoff. Put that draft back up, right? Because she didn't make marriage. That was sad. It was almost really sad, because she was crying.
Bro, everybody kind of feeling it this year. I was like, oh Lord, y'all feelings hurt.
But she started crying as soon as her name was. She was boohooing before she wrapped
like,
her court.
She was like, "No, you could have, girl. What happened?"
Because they were just talking about their dreams. Everybody dreamed to make the merge and how it could be her. And I just did not think it was gonna be her. I just knew Gabe was going home. I knew he was going home.
Gabe would have been the right one to go home this week, honestly.
But I
he honestly has the potential to go for.
See why they didn't, because if Kyle win immunity, Gabe is the next one to go. And if Gabe wins, we know Kyle going home. So they got 2 extra layers of protection. I think Caroline mentioned that when she was telling Rachel, or no, she was telling Tiana, let's not go for Gabe right now. We need to just stay strong, because 1, Rachel's the dangerous player. She's probably the best one on here. So we need to get her out anyway. But 2, even if we are going back 5 strong, they're not looking at me and you, girl. They're going to be looking at Kyle. If they can't get Kyle, they're looking at Gabe. So we're going to be okay.
And that's where I say Teresa's draft is in trouble, y'all.
My draft in trouble?
Girl, you got Kyle and Gabe.
I got Kyle, Gabe, and Teeny.
Teeny gonna get you to the end or closer to the end. But those other 2.
Teeny been lucky, baby. She been on them winning teams last couple rounds. Because you going home, so you running your mouth, and then she gets safe. I said, all right.
All I know is both of y'all have 2 men on your team each, and those men are about to get
one of the men's going.
Shout out to my girls, Genevieve and Sue.
You got a good. I did not know you drafted Genevieve. I thought she was undrafted.
It was Caroline that was undrafted. Caroline and TK.
Yeah, I should have chose Caroline instead of Sierra, but we're gonna see.
I might have or might have not chose Caroline. We'll get to it. Depending on Caroline how she does.
Eli might have chose her, and I might have thought Sue was Caroline. Caroline was Sue. I don't know. I ain't gonna even lie to you because that sounds like something I would do.
Angie was like, but they could have voted out Sue. They the only two that knew about the idol. They could have went looking. I don't know, but I don't think Caroline would have. They're the only ones that knew about it.
Everyone's going to be looking regardless with the amulet situation, and I wouldn't put it past. There's too much time on that beach to not be always searching for an idol.
Yeah,
no matter what they say, everyone's probably always searching.
I sure would.
Leave Sue alone, Angie. You want her gone so bad. That's why she ain't going nowhere. Because you want her gone.
I want Sue gone now too.
Man, y'all tripping. She wasn't even the only one that voted for that girl.
I want Sue gone now. Sorry, Sue.
Why you ain't want to? Y'all misogynist. Internal misogyny. Because why y'all ain't giving Gabe and Kyle that same energy? And y'all ages. Y'all ain't giving Caroline the same energy.
And Kyle was safe.
Kyle was safe. But still, he still voted for her.
A little bit.
Dang, Eric won the or I don't know Gabe's race, but assuming he's mixed, Eric won the black man or the mixed man to go over Sue.
I didn't want him to go over. I mean, I just like Sue.
How many people of color we got left?
We got Gabe.
Just Gabe and Saul. That's it, huh?
Yeah.
What
Andy got to be mixed with something. What is Andy's nationality? I feel like he talked about it.
What's his last name or something?
I don't know.
I don't know. I can't believe Mary said that Sue's grandmothering because crazy to say that about a 45-year-old.
Bye. Anyways, y'all know where to find us.
Right. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We appreciate you stopping by. Angie said Sue got to tell the truth about her age.
She better at this point. Boy,
we appreciate y'all.
Ain't no way. If she get eliminated and I'm still on that thing, I'll be like, wait a minute, Sue, how old is you really? Tell us. Baby, I was like, you gonna tell us.
Felicia.
I would.
I'm cracking up. So y'all know where to find us. If you don't, make sure you head over to YouTube and find us at A Who All Gonna Be There podcast. And please subscribe, and tell your Survivor friends and family to get on over here and make sure they tuning into the pod so they can be exclusive members to the group chat. And already on Twitter, if you're there, if you're not, if you're listening, make sure you go and follow us on Twitter at A Who All There. And also turn on those notifications so you never miss when we got a tweet or a new video coming out. As always, we appreciate you. We thank you for hanging with us and being in the chat for our chatters. Y'all have a wonderful night.
Halloween.
Safe Halloween.
Oh, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Christmas.
That's not till Thanksgiving.
That's
Thanksgiving.
No,
that's on Thanksgiving.
Christmas starts on November 1st, and we take a small break, right? The Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and then Thanksgiving Day, and then you got Black Friday till 5 p.m. and then Christmas starts back. That's how I go.
I don't hate that.
You're funny, actually.
Yep, that's how I do it.
Y'all have a great night.
Going up tomorrow.
Have a good night, y'all.
Good night, y'all. And this Christmas will